Hey there everyone, this is Hemant Kumar and welcome back to Hemant Analytics and Compute. So we are going to look at how to create an EC2 instance. So all you have to do is log into your AWS console and just click here EC2. You'll get that, or else let's go with this. Go to all services, go to compute services, and here you have EC2. This is the actual way you are supposed to go, but we don't do that, right? So all you have, so you'll get this EC2 dashboard, then go for the launch instance. That is if you want to create an instance, because as you can see, I have nothing here. Keybase, yeah, I have. So instances, there are none. So just give a name here. I'm going to keep YT practice. Let's just say that. And you have to choose an Amazon machine image, which is basically the operating system that you want to choose. Amazon Linux or Mac OS, Ubuntu, Windows, anything that you want. There are also premium services in here. Better not to choose them if you are in a free tier account. Mine is free tier, so I'm not going for that. So let's just go with the version that we want. I like free tier only offers you these two, so better go with that only. I'm choosing the Amazon Linux. Just remember Amazon Linux. I mean, you can go for anything that you want. I'll be making different videos too. And coming to the architecture, you can choose x86 or ARM architecture if you want, and if you know what an ARM is. Okay. So coming to the the instance type, I think this is the only one that this is the only one which is free tier for now. I mean, you can go through them and find out which is the free tier. You can just look up in the online, or maybe I'll myself pin down here which is the free tier accounts. And this is the main thing I can say, that like all you have to do is create key pairs. So I have already have two. Let's just go with the create new key pair, and you can simply enter a name here, Hemant, I guess. So just click on the create key pair. It will create. You have to choose RSA, because private and public key pair, which is encrypted one. This is a different one too. Basically, both are the same. There is a little bit difference, but not for today. We'll see that in another video. Just create key pair, and that key pair will be downloaded into your local system, which is downloads. And coming to network settings, these are basically the virtual private cloud network settings, subnet masking, etc. Let's just go through them, or you don't change anything here, because you don't want to mess up anything for now before creating an instance. So let's just go with the default one. And subnet is basically what you have selected a region, right? I'm sorry, I'm supposed to say this, but this is not an AWS tutorial, so I just didn't go with that. So we will have the regions, and in that regions you'll have the availability zone. So basically this is US region, US East, where we have two availability region, which is N Virginia and Ohio. I'm choosing the N Virginia region, and default one will be assigned to me. It doesn't matter which one it is. So we can also choose which one we want. As you can see, the availability zones are here. Okay, based on your preference. I'm not going to choose any. And this is basically auto assign the public IP. If you want, you can enable or disable that. It basically assigns you an IP address, which is public IP address. So coming to the security groups, you can either create one or choose an existing one. If you already know what this is, it would be easy, or not. If not, I'll explain. So I already have these. So let's just create a new one so that you can understand. You can keep this name the same, or else you can simply change it. YT1. YT1. Okay. The description, let it be. Okay. So coming to this inbound security groups, this is something you want to allow, because Linux kernel needs this one to you access that particular instance on the server or on your local system, which is basically on the server too. Okay, to access the SSH client. So coming to this, you can add more security groups. As you can see here, there are a lot of security groups that you want to add depending on the particular request that you want, particular work that you're doing. So I'll go with the HTTPS for now, because that needs to be allowed for me. If you want to have any particular HTTP request that you're trying to create. Okay, like basically, you want to try pop up some HTTP request, something nginx server or an HTML page, right? Something like that. And finally, coming to the storage, you can choose whatever amount of the storage that you want. Better not to go above 30 storage. It might cost you. So better to go with the default one for now, since you're practicing. And here are the number of instances that you want to create. You can choose 3, you can choose 4, doesn't matter. So I'll just go with 2 for now. And all you have to do is click on launch instance and just wait for it to be completed. And boom, there you go. I have my instance created. So let's go for the instances and check if it is running or not. Okay, there you go. We have it running. These are the instances I created a couple of minutes ago. The video was messed up. I'm sorry guys for that. So all you have to do is click on that particular instance, and you can see the configurations that we have added it to instance type, host name, everything that you want to go through if you want to, and you can go for security too. Let's just connect this and see if it is working or not. SSH client is where basically you will be connected to the file that you have downloaded, right? The PEM file, that is what it is. First, let's connect on the server and then we'll go for the SSH client too. So let's just connect this. Connection is establishing, just a couple of seconds, I guess, or minutes. I'm not sure why is it slow today. It's supposed to be fast. Oh, there you go. The word is here. That means you are successfully connected. Okay, you can perform any operations now. Sudo su, I'll go for the root user and just yum update -y. Let's install the updates. Yep, it is working. Okay, so now let's try to connect this particular instance to the SSH client, which is basically our own local system, and try to connect that. So all you have to do is go to PowerShell and you have to paste these links. But before that, you have to look at where your particular downloaded file is. So my downloaded file is at here in the local downloads, which is basically Hemant. This is one previous one I created. Hemant is my current one. So let's go with CD downloads and press enter. All you have to do is paste that link and press enter. It will ask you for the confirmation, type yes, and boom, you'll be connected. There you go, the word is here. And same again, you can go for the root user and boom, you can perform the operation. You can be connected at the same time, any place, anywhere, because since it is cloud, right? So there you go, that's how you create an EC2 instance, and which is basically Linux operating system. And we have created EC2 instance for that. We'll also see the Windows, Ubuntu, and many more in another videos, which will be linked up here, I guess, or here. So let's just say I'll also create a playlist for the EC2 instances. There are a lot of videos coming up, which will be on EC2 storage, block storage, volumes, snapshots, etc. So if you want to know more about them, just click subscribe and like this video. It will help me a lot. So as of now, this is the first video on EC2 instance. There will be a lot of videos coming up. If you want to learn more practical skills, follow me. So we'll be looking at all the practical skills from here on and how to create this. And also a lot of projects are coming up. I have a lot of plans. If you want to know more about EC2 instances, AWS, and all the other services that are there in AWS, subscribe and like for more. A lot of videos are coming up. Since I'm new, I'm going to make every possible video that I want to and I need for you. I'll make them. So see you guys in the next video. Until then, bye bye.